More people are out of work, more children live in poverty, more people are victims of homicide in Anacostia than anywhere in Washington, D.C., according to Census and Crime data. JaQuan McGhee will be the first to tell you, sure, this is where he physically resides, but it's never felt like home. He isn't sure where home is or will be, but he knows one thing: he has to leave.
I came too far and I come from nothing, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I got a chance to get somewhere, then I'm definitely gonna push hard and get to where I gotta go. Gotta make my mama proud. Yeah, for real.
McGhee's walk from Anacostia High School to home is only a few blocks, but to get there, he often has to walk past the gauntlet of a dice game.
That's what I be talking about right there, though. Honestly, every single day, that's all they do, chasing dollars.
A year ago, JaQuan may have joined in, but he's too invested in a new path. The person he once was no longer exists.
I'm not a bad person. I just got to do better, and I see the future, and I see myself ahead, so I got to get that done. Usually, I go straight in the house and sit down just to get my thoughts together. Because like I said, it's pretty dangerous out here. Police all up and down every single day, so I just like stay in the house and keep cool. I might grab something to eat, do a couple push-ups, and get my mind right. You just gotta make sure it's all together and right, you know? Hey, what's up, man?
It's late May. JaQuan, JJ, to his family and friends, is almost done high school, a milestone few thought he would reach a year prior.
I got 1 day left. Tomorrow my last day. I go to prom tomorrow, too.
His mother, LaShawn Weathers, beams with pride. JaQuan will be the first of her 8 children to graduate high school.
Too proud, speechless proud. I'm gonna miss him, but I'm like overwhelmed proud. Like no words can express how proud I am of him. Like he did it. My baby boy out of 8 kids, yes.
To understand where he's going next, we need to head into his room and head back in time.
I'll never forget my first time swimming. Whew, my first race I threw up, actually. I did so much, and it was like new to my body. I think it was the first years having a swim team, and I was like the only one that really competed and went to the championship. I made history for Anacostia.
We first met JaQuan and one of his teachers, Isabel Potts, halfway through his senior year. They were leaving Anacostia High School for the day as we were getting footage outside for a breaking news story. The school was ensnarled in a sweeping citywide scandal involving the altering of attendance records so students could graduate on time. Isabel asked us if we'd like to do a positive story about JaQuan. She told us that he went from being in jail his sophomore year to being the school's star football player his senior year, then taught himself how to swim, joined the team she coached, and in 2 months' time was heading to the city championships. How could we say no?
He just got pushed. It's gonna happen.
What we found out a few weeks later at the city championships would say a lot about the resilience of JaQuan McGhee. Before JaQuan stepped into the pool, he had to check out of the hospital.
Scared, was I? It was pumping. I'm like, how am I gonna race the championship? I gotta race, I got to do this, you know?
JaQuan had debilitating stomach pain that day. He feared it was appendicitis. Thankfully, tests came back negative. But JaQuan's medical detour made him late. His warm-up only a few laps.
Take your mark.
Come on, JJ! Oh my God.
As it turns out, the young man who did not know how to swim a couple months earlier
How'd that feel? That feel good. Nice relaxing stroke, you know.
had quite the night.
Pull! Come on, JJ! Pull, JJ! Swim! Swim! He go to school, he on honor roll, so he's a good kid. That's my baby. You did that, JJ. Come give me some love. Come give me some love. You so tired. You tired. You did good. You push, you push, you push, you push, you push. I'm so happy for you.
He got a bronze in the 50 breaststroke, a bronze in the 100 freestyle, and a silver in the 100 breaststroke.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I told you hard work pay off.
And then the announcement no one expected.
From Anacostia, JaQuan McGhee.
He made the all-city swim team. And then
Now for the boys swimmer of the year. There was a tie from McKinley Tech, Balin Baffer, and from Anacostia, JaQuan McGhee.
That's what I'm talking about. What up? I got it down. Hold this, hold this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's like a dream come true. I never had the opportunity or chance to even get something this lovely. I've never been in a championship before. Good job, sir, for real. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
If it wasn't for her, it wouldn't be no JaQuan McGhee. That's always gonna be my goal from now. Like, whatever I do, stick with it, no matter what it is, and keep pushing, keep going. Get that extra mile and mile and mile until you get a million miles away. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I can't even lie. I'm so proud.
but all the confidence in the world cannot erase the demons of your past.
Every time I see a wall like this, it reminds me of jail.
JaQuan admits he's been surrounded by trouble most of his life. Violence defined the lives of two older brothers. One's in prison, another shot and killed when JaQuan was just 13. A death, he says, emotionally shattered his family.
Instead of just doing bad, I want a good reputation for myself. I know if I do good, that's the only way that I'm really gonna get somewhere in life.
According to police records, when JaQuan McGhee was 16, he was involved in an armed robbery near this Northwest Washington intersection. Less than a year later, McGhee was charged with attempted robbery after trying to steal a woman's purse in this D.C. neighborhood.
What did I do? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what did I do? I got myself into some trouble for real. And it's nothing you could get back.
He says as a result, he spent part of his sophomore year behind bars.
If I'm just sitting here just chilling, I can't look at the walls because they remind me so much. It's just like a closed box. That's why now I just stay active.
This newfound philosophy of staying so busy he could not possibly get into trouble would prove his salvation.
I really ain't want to do it, but the other side of me, like, you better do it, stay out the street, stay out the way, you know? So when I got that chance, I was just like, let me listen to this side. Let me do right, let me do right.
When JaQuan returned to school his junior year, it would be Isabel Potts' first year as a teacher. This recent college grad had committed to teaching special education for 2 years in the district. JaQuan has learning disabilities. He says he did not learn how to read until his junior year. This daughter of a peace activist who attended social justice marches from an early age believed her place was here, giving support and structure to students in need.
There are just a few kids that are the reason why I keep coming back every day, and he's definitely one of them. Like I feel like changed my life just as much as I might have changed his.
Did you read Mama George?
She suspected that JaQuan would thrive in the arena of sport, but he didn't have the grades to play his junior year. So she worked tirelessly to make sure he came to class, did his work, and pulled up his GPA. It worked.
Not only she helped me with, school activities and all that, but she helped me learn how to live too,
I could never have a job where it's not benefiting people or benefiting communities or helping someone or changing the world, because what's the point? Like, we have this beautiful life, like, you can't just waste it.
When I said I was gonna do it, most teachers and the athletic director, they even was like, no, you can't do that many sports.
He did it anyway, excelling in football, rugby, baseball, and swimming.
The low ball is killing me.
Despite having never picked up a tennis racket before his senior year, he made the all-league team.
Everybody doubted me, made me more madder, and made me go harder and get stronger.
JaQuan ran track for the first time as well, clocking
Go JaQuan! Go!
Some of the fastest times in school history.
I feel like if I keep practicing and keep doing what I do, I might be a champion at it.
Isabel Potts knew that for JaQuan to succeed, he also had to thrive off the field.
Yeah, I'm like a second mom to him, it feels like.
She exposed him to everyone and everything: museums, amusement parks, policy leaders, and hands-on work experience. All that progress leading to the seminal moment of his life.
I had to stay prayed up. I didn't think that he was going to make it.
McGhee was accepted to Lewisburg College, a small 2-year school in North Carolina that has a special program for students with diagnosed learning disabilities. Isabel and her mother, Kelly Honeycutt, went to work securing financial aid and scholarships, finding enough to pay for first semester. They're fundraising the rest.
Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm super pumped. I'm excited that I finished strong. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so proud of you. You want me to cry? JJ, you did that.
You beat the odds. That's what's up. Yes.
Despite living in an environment that at times felt hopeless, JaQuan McGhee earned a high school diploma on time. He ignored his surroundings, worked around his shortcomings, and never stopped believing.
It took hard work. It took me separating myself from a lot of people. And me separating myself from a boy to a man.
Like, if I died today, I knew that my life would be fulfilled because he got across the stage. I told him that the next thing is getting you to graduate college, and then I will die happy. It is just so amazing that he's made it this far, and this is only the beginning.
During this interview, we learned for the very first time the toll that these 2 years had taken on Isabel Potts.
These 2 years have been the hardest 2 years of my life. Teaching is the hardest thing you could possibly do, and then it's hard to go to work every day. What's our angle?
Potts admits that she burned out, primarily due to a lack of support from school leaders, and would leave for another teaching job out of state, closer to family. She insists if she had more help, she would have helped more students succeed. A leading expert on teacher turnover says Isabel Potts' story is not unique at all. It appeared that not one, but two people would be leaving Anacostia. It seemed, on the surface, that the trajectory of this life had been so fundamentally altered that there was no turning back.
So anywhere I go, I always act like somebody's watching, and I always keep it professional.
JaQuan had generally been open with me about his past and was now thriving on probation.
Incarcerated, it opens up your mind. It opens up your mind, honestly. Once you get a chance, you will never go back. You will enjoy life and you will do anything you could to stay out the way.
Staying out of the way to JaQuan means staying out of trouble. What he neglected to tell me, that I discovered during a more thorough check of his criminal history, was an active case. According to court records, in May of 2017, inside this apartment complex in Southeast DC, JaQuan was accused of pointing a gun in someone's face to break up a fight. He denies being there. In July, JaQuan's story of redemption and resilience took an unexpected turn. The judge found JaQuan guilty of a misdemeanor weapons charge and assault charge.
I was so shocked. My heart dropped. Because I definitely thought I was just like clear gone, you know? I'm a good person. Like, I thought I was just straight out of there, but.
All the work, all the progress, the studying, the sweat, the accolades, the college offer, all of it, he feared could vanish.
This is crazy. Like, I got so.
It's gotta hurt.
Yeah, man. It's definitely hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Since JaQuan was still on probation for a previous crime, he could return to jail or be locked up for this conviction.
I mean, I've been doing so good in my probation, but that might mean that that might be a violation to probation since it's guilty, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't change so much. It's pretty hard, Jay.
Then, the unexpected happened a few days later during the sentencing hearing. Isabel and other advocates addressed the judge, imploring him to give a young man forging a new path a second chance.
I knew I had a lot of support, but just the words, it just straight hit me. I almost cried in there. I couldn't look back because I knew the tears was gonna come out, you know?
The judge, after hearing how far JaQuan had come, delayed sentencing until after his first semester in college.
Because 1 minute I was shaking, 1 minute I was about to cry.
Make me want to be thankful and, you know, humble, and just know now that somebody out there that really care, you know, somebody out there really care for you.
Thrive at school and be free to pursue your dreams or falter and face the walls of a jail cell.
I'm ready to live right, live better, you know. Honestly, I only did it because that's what I saw. I seen everyone else trying to, you know, do the bad things to get money, so I had to step outside the circle.
We're gonna change the world, and y'all gonna remember him. Y'all gonna remember JaQuan McGhee.
Isabel Potts quit her job in the D.C. public school system and went home to North Carolina, where she now teaches special education in the Durham public school system.
It was the most challenging 2 years of my life, and I learned so much from all of the students that I taught and all of my coworkers, and I just think that, you know, it's a really hard job and sometimes you need a change.
On August 16th, Potts packed her car and left, making sure, though, to take a part of Anacostia with her.
Okay, this is the best thing that I bought from Anacostia. So it's my nice senior sweatshirt. So all my babies that graduated, because this was my first class that graduated, because I had as juniors 2 years ago, just graduated. And I have all their names on the back. Let's see. Here's JaQuan, right here. You're like teacher, social worker, second mom, you know, you're any support system that they need at the time, you know, because this is what it's all about, getting to the graduation and getting their high school diploma and making it out of Anacostia and going to college or getting a job. you know, becoming successful, independent adults. That's what it's all about. So, I'm very glad to be taking this with me.
Less than 24 hours later, a similar narrative unfolded as JaQuan McGhee headed off to college.
Right now we at Union Station, on our way to Lewisburg, North Carolina.
Can you believe this, man?
I can't believe it, I can't believe it. It's definitely like a dream come true, because it was a couple of times where I kind of doubted myself, but I'm glad I made it this far, you know. Honestly, I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I gotta wait till I, you know, really lay down and sit down on the dorm bed and know that it's real. Really, like, you know, go to sleep one night, wake up and know that it's not a dream.
Ironically, JaQuan's bus, barreling toward the only future that he could face, was running late. For the first time in what felt like forever, McGhee had to do something that he vowed would never happen. He stopped moving and waited, because he knew to truly live, his only option was leaving Anacostia.